How much sleep does an adult need to be productive? Tired? We've all experienced this sensation of irritability, fatigue, and extreme laziness. You probably didn't get enough sleep last night or the previous few evenings. What constitutes as enough sleep? And more significantly, will you ever be able to catch up on lost sleep? Even though scientists continue to disagree on the precise purpose of sleep, we do know that it's essential for effective and efficient functioning because, after all, since we spend 24 years of our lifespan sleeping, it had better be significant. Sleep serves a restorative function, allowing the body and brain to repair and recover from the wear and tear of daily life. During sleep, the body produces and releases growth hormones, repairs damaged tissues, and strengthens the immune system. Sleep also plays a role in consolidating memories and learning. During sleep, the brain processes and consolidates new information, strengthening neural connections and integrating new knowledge with existing memories. Researchers did a study by giving groups of individuals either 4, 6, or 8 hours of sleep each night for prolonged periods of time and tested how much sleep is needed each night. One study published in the journal Sleep found that after a period of sleep deprivation, participants who were allowed to sleep for 8 hours showed significant improvement in cognitive performance compared to those who did not get sufficient sleep. After 14 days, those who slept for 8 hours showed few concentration lapses or cognitive problems, whereas those who slept for 6 or 4 hours, however, displayed a steady decrease. In reality, after just 2 weeks, the 6-hour group displayed reaction times that were comparable to those of people whose blood alcohol content was 0.10%, which is the legal limit for intoxication. Even worse were the 4-hour sleepers, who periodically dozed off in the middle of their cognitive tests. Both groups experienced a daily, virtually linear decline in brain function that showed no signs of plateauing. This compounding impact is known to scientists as sleep debt. Can we therefore move past it? Studies reveal that a few nights of restful sleep can help the body and brain completely recover after 1 or 2 nights of insufficient sleep. But with chronic sleep loss, the recovery of cognitive function is much delayed and necessitates many more nights of restful sleep, with long-term sleep deprivation lasting weeks or months. It is unknown if brain function can be completely restored or if it results in permanent damage over a period of months to years. Contrarily, prolonged sleep deprivation does level off your level of sleepiness or fatigue over time, which means that over time you become less and less conscious of your objective impairment. This probes the question of how long should you sleep each night? The amount of sleep humans need can vary depending on factors such as age, lifestyle, and individual differences. However, on average, most adults need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to function at their best. Newborns and infants require much more sleep, typically between 14 to 17 hours a day. Toddlers and preschoolers need about 10 to 14 hours of sleep, while school-aged children may need 9-11 hours. Teenagers may need around 8 to 10 hours of sleep, although some may need more. People who regularly get less sleep than 7 hours per night have a higher chance of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity, in addition to a 12% increased chance of death. On the other hand, research has shown that while sleeping for longer than 8 hours does not affect brain function, it does raise the risk of heart disease, obesity, and diabetes, as well as mortality, by 30%. While individual sleep needs can vary, and some people may naturally require more sleep than others, regularly sleeping for excessive amounts of time, generally considered to be more than 9 to 10 hours per night, can be a sign of underlying health issues or sleep disorders, such as depression, sleep apnea, or narcolepsy. Additionally, excessive sleep can lead to a variety of health issues, including obesity, diabetes, headaches, and back pain. It can also exacerbate feelings of fatigue and low energy levels, as well as impact mood and cognitive function. It's important to note that sleeping too much is not the same as getting sufficient sleep. While adequate sleep is important for overall health and well-being, consistently oversleeping can be a sign of underlying health issues that should be addressed with a healthcare provider. Thus, getting too much slumber could be detrimental. There have been studies that have identified a specific gene mutation in people who are able to function normally with less sleep than the average person. This gene is known as DEC2 or HDEC2, and individuals who carry a mutation in this gene have been found to require less sleep than those without the mutation. One study, published in the journal Science in 2009, identified a family in which several members required significantly less sleep than average and carried a mutation in the DEC2 gene. The researchers found that these individuals were able to function normally with just 6 hours of sleep per night, while most people require 7 to 9 hours. However, it's worth noting that the DEC2 gene mutation is relatively rare, and most people who try to function on only 6 hours of sleep per night are likely not genetically predisposed to require such little sleep. Most people still need at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to function optimally, and consistently getting less sleep than this can have negative impacts on physical and mental health. It's also important to note that while genetics can play a role in sleep needs and patterns, environmental factors such as lifestyle, work schedule, and sleep habits also play a significant role in determining how much sleep an individual needs to function optimally. In one study published in the journal Science Translational Medicine, researchers used gene editing techniques to introduce the human version of the DEC2 gene into mice. They found that these mice were able to maintain cognitive function and physical performance after 5 hours of sleep per night, while control mice without the gene modification experienced significant declines in these areas. In the end, while it's crucial to be aware that the recommended amount of sleep per night is between 7 to 8, let your body and mind guide you in determining what they need. After all, no one pair of shoes suits everyone. Like and subscribe to A Better You.